A big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, and a big thanks to all of these donators of $5 or more. Gloomy Horse, An Enthusiast, Willie Davenport, and Vlad Tepish 3176. You all helped make these episodes possible. Howdy, Insufferable Gaming fans, your old pal Rosser here, and today we are finally, after far too long, and that's on me, after far too long of neglecting it, getting back to Landstalker, the Treasure of King Noel. Man, I really regret taking so long getting back here. This is a game where we have been fighting Duke Jerkface for nearly forever. And by God, he's been getting away with it the whole time. I might need to sort of squeeze this into a proper format. There we go. That's where it should be. Alright, so. Oh no. If this were a JRPG, I'd be nailing it all the time. No, this is more of an action RPG, and one that is super puzzly. So, that is what makes it so difficult to come back to after not playing for a while. Whose windows are pretty silly looking. Now, here's the thing. I forgot exactly where I was, but we will figure it out together. All of us, and I. And the first thing we're gonna figure out is how to take a big old drink out of my wineskin. Back in the day, people carried wineskins around. In today's day, people use bladders of wine to indicate that they are cheap bastards who can't afford good booze. But you have all been very generous and patient. So I raise a toast to the lot of you. You have all been very kind and patient, and I appreciate all of your continued viewing. I'm such a sack of wine. Indeed. Alright, now, let's see if we can figure out where to go. Might take us a hot minute. That's the nice thing about this new sword we got. If this sword is completely charged up, it hits every enemy on screen with an earthquake attack. Yep. You definitely want to torture yourself. While I'm thinking of it, do I have my healing shoes equipped? I do have my healing shoes equipped. But I also have iron boots, so if I want to just hop across those spikes, and I might be wrong here, but let me double check. But I believe that if I equip these, yep, look at that. I can walk on spikes. Boom. Awesome. Love it. Look, I can jump up and down on spikes. Look, I've worn steel-toed boots in the past while working on a job, and I assure you, in real life, jumping up and down on spikes does not work. while I was working as a aide for my local horse farm, I was doing a bunch of weed eating, and I was wearing steel-toed shoes, and when I jumped down and didn't realize that an old piece of barbed wire was stuck out of a tree that it had grown around for about 100 years, I wound up getting a giant rusty stub shoved right through my foot. True story. Apropos of nothing, really, but it was interesting at least. Now, do I have enough healing items? That's the real question. I have some Eek, I have some Doll. Oh yeah. The depth perception, or the, not so much depth perception, but perspective perception is what gets me on these. Also, before I forget, healing shoes. Definitely want to keep up the healing shoes. Howdy, Maddie. I was playing Pokemon Go out at the park earlier, and I saw a lot of your namesakes. That's right. I have finally started playing Pokemon Go again because they finally made it fun again. Sounds like something has changed. Did I just leave the way I entered? I may have done so. But it also means that I have a chance to stock up on supplies, maybe? Okay, well, this is good. Yeah, I hadn't played Pokemon Go in a long time, but like I said, they actually made it fun again for people who don't play in a group. I need someone to sell me some supplies. Or at least, I can save, so that's a thing. Slap that book down. I said, slap that book down. Oh yeah. The first Let's Play I ever did back in the day was Zelda 4, Link's Awakening. Those were the old days. Because back then, the Game Boy games were the only thing that I could actually record without having my system slow down. Seriously? No item shop or anything here? Just, because I could really use an item shop. Item shop? You're not an item shop. Eh. I didn't want your crummy old item shops anyway. The good news is, my nose is finally starting to dry up from all of that capsaicin. So that's nice. And these purple bubbles, they've got something to say. Nothing great to say, but something nonetheless. Alright, let's relearn where we're going in this See, now you couldn't really tell where that was in relation to normal people. You really couldn't. But we've managed something. Stomp, 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 stomp. Crap. Crud vapors. Should have known I couldn't get there from here. I have never played Parasite Eve myself, but I have watched people play it. And that's how I get there, but I didn't need to go there because I had already been there, apparently. It's my fault for not having played this in so long. I've been very neglectful of this game. Oh, you know what? The last time I played, I went through this area, I think, by just tanking the damage because I didn't have the boots. If I recall correctly. I already hit that before at some point in my life, so no longer necessary. You learn something new every day. Now that you mention it, that does sound kind of Sonic. I'm down with that. Rolling around at the speed of sound, baby. Bugger. Again, this isometric view is killing me. Well, it's not killing me. It's killing Nigel. And Nigel needs all the help he can get. Yeah. See, I didn't notice it until it was pointed out to me. I mean, isometric platforming in and of itself isn't the worst thing. Let's see, did I ever get a key? I'm gonna feel stupid if I actually have a key. I do not have a key. Okay, so I don't feel as stupid. So, there's clearly something over here that I've missed. Clearly. Ah. Yeah, but the thing about both Super Mario RPG and also Snake, Rattle, and Roll Dre is that both of those games have shadows below their characters so you can tell where they are. And that makes a huge difference. Like, if this game just had shadows, it would be amazing. That's all it needs, just shadows. Shadows under the objects. Okay, been there. Been most of up here. Okay, next spot to try. I've also been in there. How's boot down here? And I've already hit this. So that's not the issue. Himbida, 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 ha. If I go through here... And I missed my jump, so... Okay. I think next trick is to try to go through there. Oh, did a button appear when I killed the bubbles? Good eye, man. Good eye. Okay. Seriously? Which way? Which the fuck way? Game. Seriously, man. You all saw me. I tried both ways. I tried when it was at one way, and I tried when it was at the other way. Let's fight these bubbles and see if we can get some sort of button. A bright, shiny, beautiful, red button! Oh, yep, there it is. Dre, you beautiful genius, you. Good work. I'm assuming that... Yep, okay, that opened this. Oh god, but we have lizard men. And not the cool kind of lizard men. But the kind that want me dead. Most lizard men are bright and clever and fun to be around. But these lizard men, with their giant swords and their bad attitudes... Well, yeah, I mean, they look cool, sure. Was it really worth it for me to come back down here? I wonder. Yeah, I basically just wound up right back where I started. Did I not? Oh, that... This is fine, I have E-Geek. Immediately destroyed. Okay, alright. We good, we good. I've been here before. Got ourselves some deadly skeletons. Ooh, look at me. I think I'm so cool because I can't be affected by piercing weapons. But, ooh, I hope you didn't realize I'm vulnerable to bashing weapons. It's alright. We'll get this figured out before the whole thing's over. Of this, I am relatively certain. So, I came through there, fought those skeletons. Can't really do anything with that giant lead ball, though. Alas. The fact that my bursitis is cleared up to the point where I can actually use my right arm to go all the way to my mouth with silverware and cups means that I'm healing faster than I used to. That's encouraging. Okay. Now, there's some treasure chests I haven't gotten yet. I would like to get them. But, how do? Oh my god, it's a mimic. Do not mess with the mimics. This is a horrible situation to be in. Dark room, filled with mimics. But hey, Eek is good. Can I maybe use that for some kind of leverage, or no? Okay. This reminds me of the old days, or the early days of SNES emulation, where the ROMs would get screwed up to the nth degree, and you'd have to just go all over the place trying desperately to get through an area that had an incompatible layer of graphics. Good times, good times. Oh yeah. Faced. Hello. That'll do. I remember the 3D maze from Mario RPG. I actually got real... Oh shit, that reminds me. I actually dreamt that I was playing a new version of Mario RPG last night. Apropos of nothing. It was pretty neat though. Yep, here we are. That's what I'm talking about. Good times, good times. There are a lot of shitty mummies down there. There's a pretty good chance I'm gonna land on him. The bag is full of e-cake. Well, that's a crying shame. We'll just use some e-cake now. There. Now we can grab some e-cake. Rock, rock. Rock, rock on. A lantern? Nigel, we can go back to the dark room now. Yeah, how about we don't? Let's go. We'll get to the treasure soon. Soon? Then you know the exact location of the treasures, right? No, but it feels like we're getting warmer. Oh yeah, those mimics in Mario RPG were pretty, brutal. Lantern, 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 lantern. Well, hell. Now we can see where the heck we are going. That's delightful. That's exactly what I wanted the whole time. Yay! Still taking a lot of damage, though. All in all. And what did hitting that accomplish? One wonders. I couldn't have made that jump anyway. I'm not too salty about that. Hydon. That's the mimic from Super Mario RPG that I was trying to think of. see. Nope, that doesn't work there. Good to know. I'm just gonna leave that on for now. The time button, you say? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see what kind of time limit we hit. Very short time limit. Aha! Okay. Okay, this is doable. Here we go. Found a key. And there's that key we was looking for. Oh yeah. Alright. A giggity giggity, giggity goo. Now I just gotta find my way back to wherever the hell the start of this dungeon was. That could be a bit of a trick. Or, you know, maybe just an enormously huge trick. Whichever. Doggone it. Thought this would be a little easier to get back there. What you gonna do, right? Oh, I could have just walked that way. Mr. Skeleton. I haven't fallen down here yet. I wonder if that was a huge mistake, because while I was saying that, I wasn't going to do it on purpose, but then I wound up falling accidentally anyway, so this could be a disaster. Mommy, hug! Hug! Yeah, they're just gonna keep getting up. Lovely. I'm gonna be wanting my healing shoes. Okay. 3D Mario maze. Good stuff. Digga digga digga. Digga digga digga. Digga. Digga digga. But now, you see, we have a lantern. We also have some healing items, so probably ought to use one of them. For the best. My elbow is still not completely unlocked from my latest bursitis round, so I can just barely drink with my good hand. Some would say that that's an omen. I would say that that's just how I roll. It's a sign of determination. So there was no way that I could have gotten across this area even before having the lantern. It was just flat out I couldn't have gotten there. Which makes one wonder why the lantern was even completely necessary other than to drag out this level. But we all know the answer to that. The answer being to drag out the level. Duh. I mean, come on, guy. Don't make this weird, yo. Now, where to use that key? Where indeed? Do I use the key somewhere around here, was it, or... God, I'm bad at navigation. Just the awfulest. I remember seeing a key door. But where was it? Oh, it... Looks like someone could use a lantern. This is a great time to use ye old thingy majigs. Not that I think it'll help, but let's use the lantern here just to check. What do we got? What do we got? Absolutely nothing. What the? That's not what I meant to have happen at all. Interesting. Good enough, I suppose. That was sloppy. And I didn't much. That was extra sloppy. So, I don't think that the key works on these doors, because I don't see a lock per se. Yep, no. I'm gonna have to find where the key lock is. Easier said than done at this point. Okay. That's the way we do that. So that's cool. Do not fall back down that hole, mister. Where else can we go? It very well may have been. Now, we do have this handy-dandy healing statue, so that's cool. Let's head back towards them there bubbles. Oh, do the lantern levels stay lit? Because if they do, that's going to be super helpful. Let's give these guys the run around until my Earthshaker comes back into power. We get rid of the ghost, and these guys can be cowed by simple beans. Simple-ish. Awesome. Yes. Okay. Back to the Buble area. Let's just get destroyed and forced right back to where we started. Screen clear. God bless a fuzzy brown moo cow. Freaking hate when the enemies just punch me right back from whence I came. I mean, it's a good tactic on their part, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Screw it. Get me the hell out of here. We're heading back to Bubble Town. Ah, yes. Maddie gets it. Maddie absolutely gets it. Many times in the past have I dealt with this particular Megrim. It never gets any easier. The worst of them all. Any game involving a Belmont. A water-soluble Belmont. Alright, we got anywhere I can use this? We can certainly go back and heal up in town, so that's a thing. Aw, man. I hear La Mulana is great. One of the guy that inspired me to actually start playing, one of his most popular games that he played was La Mulana. I'd love to do a run of it myself one day, especially since I can barely remember any of the puzzles at all. $20 golds. Now, La Mulana, that's a freaking adventure, puzzle, action, platforming game. It's hard as balls, but it's quite fair. I probably would be lost forever. I wonder. Is there a warp tree around here anywhere? Oh, you know what? I can go back and buy more items. So, haha. For that. Actually, this was probably a bad idea. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, come on, Maddie, you're not inept. I highly doubt that. If nothing else, the fact that you hang out with this motley crew indicates that you are a pretty apt sort. You know what? I could go back to town and buy items from here, but I'm not going to risk it at this point, because I might legitimately just flat out get lost. So back we go. But if I have to go back, I'll have an idea of where I can go. Hey, platforming is my bread and butter. Like, platforming is my favorite. And yet, for some reason, after all of these years, even though it was the first game I owned, I still suck at Super Mario Bros. 1. Go figure. It's an absolute mystery. Who can say? Wow, wow. Although, to be fair, having liquid fire upon my tongue did kind of help me to concentrate on it a little harder. Alright. I gotta figure out where to use this key. And I'm not doing a good job of figuring that out. So far. This ain't right. This clearly ain't right. That's fair, man. You know me. I can't directions to save my life. Never could. Excuse me. Do not flail me back from whence I came. You perfidious spiked ball, you. There's still a mystery with this area. Maybe that has something to do with it. Well, Dre, that just goes to show that you have an innate understanding of momentum and jump physics in a platforming environment, which is good. That's exactly what you want. I could have just gone this way in the first place. Understood. Ah! They keep showing up in places that aren't going to help me whatsoever. Like here. I've already been here. And now I've got a box on my head. I woke up with a six-sided cube on my head. That's what I did today. And then the mimics came for me. Which was fine, because the mimics, in fact, did drop treasure. And for that, I was grateful, to some extent. I'm asking you in advance to dive into that blind. I'd watch the hell out of that blind run, my friend. Absolutely. Because you know it's going to be super fun. Although, I'm not going to tell you that you have to play it blind. I'm just telling you that I would love to watch you play it, period. Bugger. Rogue Galaxy seems so familiar. There we go. Okay. Get me out of here. Drink some doll before I wind up screwing everything. I just know that when I figure out where I was supposed to go, it's going to seem super obvious. You know that, right? It's going to be like, well, the answer was right there, and you just didn't happen to go there, even though you passed it 8 times. No. Ugh. Yeah, these areas are just so large, Dre, that it's... like, unless you've played this game I'm gonna sit on this and rotate. Ugh. Nope. That's the thing, Ray. I only make save states when I stop for an episode break. Because I have to beat this legit for some reason. Oh, that was... I'm glad you asked, Eric Willis. That was RetroArch. It is a front end for several dozen different emulators, and it automatically updates them and organizes your ROMs. So that's pretty cool. And I just now, and this is important, I just now hit the wrong button and reset everything that I just did without saving. This doesn't hurt, 'cause I severed the nerve. Did I save? Did I save? Did I save after getting the key? I did not. Okay. Well, the good news is we made some progress in figuring out how the level goes, so that's cool. Huzzah! Technically, we didn't, lose progress because we technically didn't make any progress. So we got that going for us. Yeah, I've done that a time or two, Maddie. Worry not, I have done that. Well, I guess that's a good place to stop. And before I play again, do I have to get the lantern again? Maybe not. Yep, gotta get the lantern again. Ah well. Luckily, I have a handy-dandy visual record of everything I've done, so I can watch it and get back to where I left off without any of the pesky stumbling around. So that's what I'll do before the next time I play this again. And next we'll play something else. So thank you all for watching. Until next time, this is your old pal Rosser. Cheers, take a drink.